Okay, sorry for the picture. Hey everybody, this is Grace, and we're picking up a pizza, a Little Caesars. Adam said, I thought it was called Pizza. Anyway, today is the 7th day of his retirement. He's 1 full week. He's been retired, and I have been back to work. Well, I actually just worked 3 days, but I don't know about today. Yeah, I'm gonna have to ease back into this. I really don't want to get sick again. I don't even know what to call it. Injured, re-injured. Who knows what I call it until I get it diagnosed. I don't know. It's been a year and a half. So, anyway, watch him come right back out. I haven't been able to make a video because he's been basically with me everywhere I go, and he doesn't like to be on video. He doesn't like to be heard. So anyway, but already, let's see, I've had some weird experiences. Yesterday, we had a park. I'm driving, and I had a park in a parking lot area that was on an apartment complex. I don't do apartments, but this was an accident. I was on Uber, and I was typing them what had happened at the last one I went to. Got there, and they said that it would be 30 minutes, so I had to cancel it. No, I'm not waiting 30 minutes to pick up. So, this is food delivery. Anyway, so I was telling Uber Eats, typing it in, and the order came up and it accepted it. That happens too many times, way too many times. That's the first time I was texting them, or maybe the very first order I had was something like that, ever, Anyway, and then what it turned out to be was a double one. Oh man, it was so bad. That whole order was so bad. Actually wound up the directions one time. The first one gave me the to drop off, gave me the police department. A police officer came over there and told me to back it up, get out of here. I'm like, wow. And then the next one was inside, like I said, a parking garage. I had to park inside the parking garage on the 3rd floor. It was bad. Adam was like, oh, this is so filthy. It wasn't in a bad place, bad part of a town. It wasn't this town. It just was filthy, and then the woman told me which door to go in. She told me the wrong door. And then she said, oh, you're on the other side. It was a lot of walking, let me tell you. And with my edema, real good move. But the one before, the first night I went back out, and that woman, she came flying in a parking spot. I was looking over at Adam because I'm driving. We just parked, and I looked over at him, was talking, and she flew in there, not straight, and almost hit the front bumper, on his side, the front tire. And I looked over at her. Windows were dark, but I still could see her face, and man, she was threatening me. Got out of her car and threatening, walked back and threatening me. Went inside. So what am I do? I was there, and I went in, and she started threatening me inside. And I looked at the guy working there. I said, if she says another word to me, call the police. I said, as calm as you can imagine. She says another word to me, call the police. And then the guy came up, so I want to pick up my order, and she was over there grumbling and all this stuff. And I said, if she follows me out, call the police. I'm not messing with this kind of, she's so macho, this, all that, and all this stuff. And I'm like, this is my return. but now I have a good idea. She was driving a Mercedes, by the way. That's what Adam said. It was a Mercedes. I went around the back and took a picture of it, and her license plate and everything. And whatever happened to that video and picture, I don't know, photo. I got home, looked for it. They weren't there. And anytime I've ever had any need, like I want to do it really fast, that's what happens. I don't know what I do wrong. I mean, after all, how many years? 10? on my original channel. I've been using my cell phone, whichever one it was at the time. But that's what happens. I'm losing my voice. And he called this one in. They're being really slow. I don't like pizza, so it's too much sodium. But thin crust, I'll eat a piece here and there, but that's all. Too much sodium, too much carbohydrates for me. Anyway, we just went to the store. Oh, there he is. Okay, well, we'll see how much I get done. Okay, I just dropped Adam off to go get my insulin. We had went to Walmart before, and that's where I get my insulin. And they didn't have any. That's not really a good thing, and that happens quite often when the one that supplies your insulin doesn't seldom really has it. But anyway, we went to I dropped him off at this one so he could get out because I was driving, and there had been, since we turned on the street that comes to this Walmart, the only place you can get in, and there was a guy driving behind me. I said, man, that guy is acting weird. There was a big diesel in front of me, delivery diesel. I was saying, this guy behind me, it seems like he's all entitled. Like he's entitled for me to, you know, I don't know what. It was really weird. And instead of looking at me and seeing, okay, this is how far I am to her, he was looking all around and everything. He looked like one of these guys that, you know, is all like real clean cut, dressy, you know. Anyway, so we pulled in, and there were people walking across to go into Walmart pharmacy area. So, you know, where it has the lines on the road, you got to stop for them. I stopped, waited at him. I said, go ahead and jump out now. And that's what he was doing. And the guy behind me, I mean, people were crossing right there. The entitled guy behind me tried to go around me with all these people walking across because, you know, he's first. Oh my gosh, so I gave him a little signal my mom used to give him. It's not one finger, it's one hand, but it's got a little curve to it. You know? My mother was like the nicest person you can imagine. But if she was upset, she gave that hand. Anyway, I gotta go back. Oh, Adam's waiting for me. I didn't think it would be that fast. Hey everybody, this is Grace. I made the mistake of coming outside right at rush hour traffic. But it really wasn't. The purpose was to get away from some cooking that my niece decided to do. Not my niece, it's Adam's niece. She's 31. And oh my gosh. She what I heard, I left because it stunk so bad. But here, fair warning, I'm going to say what it is, and it's gross to me. I don't care what anybody eats, but it stunk bad, and I left. And Adam said he couldn't even eat it. It was so bad. He figured it out himself too when he put it on the grill. But it's real gross for some of us. It was beef, kidney, and kidneys, and like I told him, it just smelled like with urine included. Oh, it was awful. He said he thought the same thing. That's what it smelled like. And he said she kind of nibbled at it, but they wound up giving it to the dogs. And what a way to start a video, right? But I hope she stops this stuff, because he's eaten it before. He said it wasn't bad, but this was awful. And I told him, I said, do you need to air that place out? It was so horrible. It's unbelievable. But anyway, I was going to talk about something else. I went to the store and just walked around and got some stuff, a few things in the meanwhile. But the traffic was so unbelievably bad. We've been noticing that lately, that it's just unbelievably bad. I mean, did everybody, just all these years later, they suddenly decided they had to go back to work? Seriously. But anyway. Okay, that light started blinking. I thought it was going to be solid. You know, it stayed blinking. Anyway, I mentioned in some video that I don't know how many of you watched that show, Elsbeth, E-L-S. Let's see if I can spell it right. B-E-T-H. I don't know what channel it's on, but I'd watched the first season. The second one's coming out now on the 17th of October, I think. I watched the first season as it was, on demand, as it was being put out there or whatever. I don't even watch regular TV anymore. I think it was, I'm not going to say I don't know. But anyway, and I really liked that show, Elsbeth, and I could relate to Elsbeth, the character, fictional, of course, the character, and, somewhat, I could. And then I started, I've never been much on watching TV, but the last couple of years or so, because of my problems with my feet swelling, I have to elevate them with edema, and so I've been watching more TV, and from apps and everything, and I've watched several in the last couple of years. Like I said, I never was much on watching TV, so this is all new to me. And I watch series, I have watched several, but last month, I guess at the end of last month, I ran across The Good Wife. She's not so good, is she? But shows like that, I've never been much on watching TV, so really just trying everything out. And I had seen that advertised a few times, plus The Good Fight, and did not know that Elsbeth is a character. The character Elsbeth is a character on those two shows, and so I should have watched them the other way. A different way was first watch The Good Wife, then The Good Fight, then Elsbeth. Okay, I guess. And those last two were spin-offs. Anyway, so in the Good Wife, I said, yeah, she reminds, I can really relate to her. I'm really like that. I know I'm like that, the way she speaks. That character, that kind of sounds like me. It does, and I am actually also literally a genius too. And a lot of people can't understand me because I will jump, like I'm, from topic to topic. And that's how it is for me. I have so much in my head, and I'll noticing things all the while. So, okay, and I mentioned that on a couple of videos. I don't know which channels I have or I'm going to put them on, but I mentioned that I can really relate. And then I read, about her, that character, and they said she's the character, fictional character, is autistic. Now, I'm not autistic, and I don't have some of her quirks the character has, but they did a really good job to me. That's more, I've seen more than one that they've done a really good job. Genius, really, to, really getting it right to me. I could be wrong, but to me. Okay, but anyway, I just can relate. I can relate to her, and but like I said, not the quirks. Like she has something about purses, but then again, I started thinking. I said, well, I always buy myself, like recently, not always in the past, more recently, I would say, past few years, I'm not much on buying a whole bunch of them. I just like one big purse, and I get used to it. It's got to be a big purse. Sometimes I have a little purse inside of my big purse. So maybe. But just to, because I have so much stuff I need to carry with me. Especially the older I'm 61, and the older I've become, I have to carry more. Especially going to doctors and all this, and they all want to know which ones you're doing, and they all want to know. Plus, I just need it. My medicines with me in case I go somewhere and I'm out before I have to take the next set of medicine. Just blood pressure and diabetes medicines, things like that. And but there are other things I can see that some people would say, yeah, you're like that. But for me, the biggest thing, I think my dad, well, I know it was my dad when I was like, I think I was around, say, age 16 or 17. He came up to my door in my room and he said, I would tell you to straighten your room and clean it up, but I know with you is somehow it's organized and you know where everything is. I said, that's right, but organized chaos fits me as far as the way I do. I organize things. It's organized chaos. Okay, I was watching over there to see if that was a child, because I will take it out, but no, it's actually a woman. That's the second time today. I was just at that store and there was a really it was a woman. Like I said, it's the second time that happened, and it looked like a child. But the woman at the store, she had a lot of stuff on her, you know. I'm gonna push this up like that, just in case I get some, accident and get some kid in here on my video, because I always take those out. Some woman. Anyway, I don't know what's going on here. Anyway, but I really like that character. And what other shows coming out? I think one of them is supposed to be out today that I like. I like it, but I hate it. You know what I mean? I don't like what it shows, and oh, I don't know even, I'm not going to say the name of it because I said that. But you would think it's exaggerated, but maybe it's not. You know, how we don't see everything. You know, you only see like maybe you only see what you see in your own neighborhood and all that. Okay, stop staring at me, mister. That's probably that neighbor guy. He's so nosy. Really, I think it is him. I have a neighbor who's two neighbors that are very nosy. Like it's their business where I am and what I'm doing. Okay. I'm not kidding. But anyway, maybe not. Maybe that's not him. Anyway, there's several shows I like this season, but the other one, it's just too, I don't know. See, I don't want to say that in case I mention another day, but in a way, it makes me think of, it's exaggerated. The people are very histrionic, or their behaviors are very exaggerated, like a histrionic. No, I don't diagnose, so scratch that part. Yeah, but they're just like over, they're exaggerating, but overly, even to the max. I mean, almost to the max. And yeah, oh, my eyes are itching so bad. We've had, I can't recall many days when our pollen count wasn't very high. It was always at least high. Most of it was very high. And I'm talking most, like, since, I don't know, I started checking it sometime early this year. Even maybe in December of last year, we had a rose bud. So whenever I started checking it this year, I check it every day. I don't think I've missed one, or pretty much, but it's always been very high. Other than that, like I just said, it's just high. But I think the high days may have been like 5, somewhere lower than 10 a whole year. So this is October 8th. But 2024. Anyway, I'm going to go home, and hopefully this doesn't smell like that, what they cooked, because they were both his niece and him. Oh, please don't do that again. My goodness, don't. We all have, things other people are going to go, ew, to. Like, here's fair warning. I eat liver and onions like once every maybe 5 years. Or maybe less. We did have some last year. We bought at a restaurant, cafe. And then Adam made some this year. And I like it. But also, there's chicken places that sell livers and gizzards. I like those. I like the livers. Chicken, of course. But some people would freak out about it. I don't care what people eat. That's your business, as long as it's legal. It's your business. But that just smelled too bad. Anyway, I'm wrapping up. Talk to you on another video. Bye.